Hi, Christine.
Yeah, as you know, my name is Christine. Let's see what it is. If not, that's okay. But I just first want to thank Kay for just being in communication with me the past couple of weeks and for inviting me here today. And I also want to thank you, Westlake Community Christian Church, for your support and your generosity despite me never having met you guys yet. But I'm very happy to be here, and I'm very excited to share about just myself and the journey that the Lord has called me to. Just a little bit about myself and my background. I am a musician and I am a board certified music therapist. I graduated from Cal State Northridge last year, and I just got board certified in April. And my journey and my relationship with music, I think, is a really special one, and it's one that the Lord has, it's a seed that God has planted in my life from early on, and I think He did that intentionally and for a reason. And it's always just been something that I've been able to connect with and express myself through. And so I learned piano at an early age. My mom taught me. I grew up in band, playing clarinet, and learned guitar, saxophone, all of that. And I knew that I wanted to have a career, to have my future in music. And I came across music therapy. And if you're unfamiliar with what music therapy is, basic definition is the use of music to reach non-musical goals. So it's using therapeutic music-based interventions by a board-certified music therapist to address goals such as cognitive, social, emotional, physical functioning. And it can look different in different settings. Music therapy in a children's hospital, for example, which is where I did my internship. I did my internship at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and I completed it in March. And so music therapy in a children's hospital can look like reducing pain perception or normalization of the environment for the kids who are medically fragile. In schools, it can look like reaching academic goals and helping them with social skills. Music therapy in a veterans home. I also did field work at Calvet at a veterans home, and can help them with memory and just cognitive stimulation. And for example, music therapy in drug and alcohol rehab can help with self-reflection and just overall quality of life, and helping with coping skills. And so throughout my college journey, I just really fell in love with music therapy, and the impact of it was so great. And despite all of the different populations that I've worked with, the common thread was that everyone is able to connect with music, and everyone has their own relationship with it, and it can be a really healing force. And so the journey of how I got on track to go to Greece started last year when I attended the Urbana conference in December. And if you're unfamiliar with the Urbana conference, it's a student missions conference that happens every 3 years, I believe. And at that conference, you're just with other students, and there's lots of seminars and speakers, and you get to really dive into the Lord's mission and the place and the role that you play in it. And I got to get connected with the organization called GoCore, which is the overarching organization that connected me to my sending organization, One Collective. So I really love GoCore's heart for ministry and missions, because their heart is to target people in their 20s who have just graduated college, who have a degree, and can use their degree and their passion to serve in places all over the world. So they have different tracks. They have the arts, they have business, media, health. So whatever you major in or whatever you went to college for, there's placements around the world that you can serve in. And so I got connected through the arts track, and I saw that there was a need for a creative arts therapist in Athens, Greece. And so that just made me really excited, and I think the timing of it also really worked out, because it was towards the end of my internship. I didn't really know what I was going to do after, and so I think the Lord just really pointing to that placement. And it's funny, when you think of Greece, I think the first thing that comes to mind is like beautiful beaches and islands, and it's just like a really beautiful place. And you don't really think of Greece as an unreached place either. But on the other hand, in Athens, Greece right now, there is a huge refugee crisis. A lot of people coming from the Middle East, from Central Asia, from Africa, Northern Africa, who are trying to find asylum within Athens, Greece, whether it's a stop along the way or they might be there for a while before going to wherever they need to go. But these refugees are experiencing a lot of oppression and marginalization and poverty, and as a result of that, the arts are suppressed within the community. And even though arts and music isn't really necessary for human survival, I think it is a necessity to have joy and to thrive in community. And so the role that I hope and pray to come along and provide is to just provide that therapeutic space where people can come alongside together to experience the joy and the creativity that God had always wanted us to experience. I think music therapy can also be a really helpful way to help these refugees to process any kind of trauma that they might have. Music and the arts has just a really powerful way to reach deep and connect with that pieces of trauma that might be suppressed, and it really creates that safe space. And I've also found that music is very much a universal language. It can transcend any kind of language barriers, and because everyone has their own personal connection with music, and it's just a really great way for people to find that connection and to find that joy and community that all of these refugees and these people are longing to have in Athens. And yeah, just a little bit about One Collective, the organization that I'm going with. I really love their heart for holistic and sustainable ministry. They really use Jesus as the model of how we should go about our ministry, looking at the ways that he lived his life when he walked on earth, the ways that he loved the invisible and served the poor and just had a heart for those who were suffering. And One Collective also really strives for holistic and sustainable ministry, meaning creating change that lasts beyond the years and isn't just focusing on people's spiritual needs, but also their physical needs, their emotional, their social needs, all of that. So yeah, that just really spoke with me. And it's also an organization that my older sister is with, and she's serving in Central Asia right now. So I will be joining the team in Athens in January. My flight date is January 6th, so in about a month or so. And I just got my visa officially a couple days ago, so it's very exciting. And the team in Athens has different ministries. They have the refugee ministry, they have an anti-trafficking ministry as well, helping people who are either in trafficking or escaping it. They also have a ministry for people experiencing homelessness, providing shower and laundry, Bible studies, and then art and English classes as well for the refugees. Again, I just want to thank you all for providing the space for me to share. And I've had to do a lot of surrendering and learning about giving up control over my own timing and my own will to have God's perfect will and perfect timing. Because originally my goal date was to be there by October, and it's just a lot of wrestling with why the timing hasn't gone the way that I wanted, but just really sweet to see how the Lord is working. And if I left in October, I would have never met you guys. I think the Lord is just really faithful in his promises, and I just thank you, the church, for being super supportive in my journey to Greece. So I also have some prayer cards that I can give out later, and if you have any questions, you can also come up to me and ask me. I also have a song for you